Closer on purpose?
No. I'm not closer on purpose. In fact, I'm backing up because last time our heads were too close. Judd Zolga, Jeff Dubay just got done with the Judd and Dubay extravaganza, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., 1500 ESPN, at which we talked a lot about the Vikings quarterback situation. That Matt Cassel will start on Sunday in place of the injured, we think, Christian Ponder. What do you make of this change? Do you like it?
You know what? Why not? You're 0-3. It's going nowhere. And you're not making plays down the field. And it's my understanding that opportunities have been presented down the field. And until you do, Peterson's not going to get anything. Until you do, nothing's going to loosen up near the line of scrimmage. Castle's at least somebody with a veteran presence who can stand in a pocket, go through some reads and some progressions and make some decisions and maybe take some chances down the field. He's not, very mobile, but he's going to stand in there and give people a chance to get open down the field. So I'm looking forward to an element, hopefully, being added to this offense that loosens things up for everybody.
Ponder reportedly has a fractured rib. Now, this is interesting. We don't doubt he's hurt. The severity, I might doubt that a little bit. But if Cassel plays well, you've got a bye week coming up and then Carolina. And if Cassel leads this team to a victory, there's no way that you can replace him. Long story short, as long as Cassel plays well, eventually the Vikings are going to have to say, Christian Ponder's healthy and he is now benched. And that's where we're at, and that's the reality. And then the question becomes, what's Christian Ponder's future with the Vikings? He's the 12th overall pick, Jeff, in the 2011 draft. They put a lot with this kid when they took him. And as of right now, if Matt Cassel plays as well as they hope, this could be it for Ponder.
Yeah, it absolutely could be.
That'll be it?
But this is the reason I appreciate the smokescreen of a rib injury, if that's what it is, because it allows you the opportunity to not necessarily have to shut the door on Ponder. If things don't go well for Cassel, get a week or two down the road, and it's time for Ponder to get another crack at it, you throw him in there and say, hey, now he's healthy. Now, if you would have called this performance-based benching, then it'd be over. I mean, there'd be no turn back. There'd be no second chance.
And eventually it might be over. That's what's interesting about it. Eventually, if Cassel plays
well, it's a little open-ended right now, at least.
Do you think? I mean, what are the percentage chances in your mind that if Cassel plays well, Ponder starts in 2 weeks against Carolina? Because to me, it's just about zero.
Yeah, I agree.
You've got to stick with the hot hand at that point.
I absolutely agree. Especially if your head coach is trying to save your job.
And the other thing that's intriguing about this is when Childress was the coach and he liked Tavares Jackson, we knew he liked Tavares, so he was trying to get his guy back in there. There's nothing that leads me to believe that Ponder is Les's guy. Ponder is Spielman's guy, but he's the GM of the team. And Frazier's in a position now with his contract where if Cassel's playing well for him, he's going to say, hey, look, I've got to start the hot hand because my life, my job with the Vikings depends on it.
Yeah,
my livelihood.
Yeah, but that's the interesting part because you got a GM tied to one guy and a head coach tied to winning now, and so that could tie you to either guy. But right now, it certainly looks like it's going to be Frazier hitching his wagon to Cassel, and that does not jive with what is in the GM's best interest.
We brought this up during the course of the show. The quarterback position is the sexy one to talk about. It's the fun one to talk about.
It is.
But the reality is the secondary is a mess, Jeff. Chris Cook is out for this game. He is a starting cornerback.
Yeah.
Jamarcus Sanford, a starting safety, no matter what you think of him, is out for this game. It's really, if the Vikings lose this game, there is a very good chance it comes down to the secondary's play, not the quarterback play.
Yeah, and you got a first-round draft pick that they don't trust to play both sides of the field. So it's all very strange. And you got a veteran quarterback who knows how to find guys, pick on guys, and exploit weakness. So, I mean, my level of optimism for this week is really, really low for a number of reasons. But I think my biggest concern is how Roethlisberger will exploit this pass defense.
You were picking Pittsburgh, correct?
Yes, I am.
I went with the Vikings on our pick segment, which, by the way, pick segment.
Ballsy.
12:20, very ballsy, 12:20 on Fridays. Real quick, Gophers, Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to me. Leidner, I think, will start. Philip Nelson no longer on the injury report. As you pointed out on the show today, and I agree 100% with you, these quarterbacks, Leidner's bigger, but they're interchangeable.
Yep.
But I'm very curious to see if the Hawkeyes defense comes out, and it's going to be a bigger defense, and stops the running game of the quarterbacks. Really curious to see this team's passing game. They say they have one.
Well, we'll see. I do think that potentially there are a couple playmakers in that passing game. I mean, KJ May, Harbison. I mean, there's guys with some athletic ability who can get out and make a play. I have to see it first, though. I mean, I think the potential is there. But we've been saying all along, at some point, a team would make them throw the football to beat them, and I think it's going to finally happen this week. They're not going to not run, and they're not going to not be able to do anything on the ground. I think they'll be fairly productive on the ground, and they'll get Kirkwood back, too, to give them an extra dimension to that. But at some point, against a Big Ten team like Iowa, you're going to have to throw the ball if you're going to win a football game, and we'll find out. We'll find out a lot. I don't think there's a huge difference on who plays quarterback for this team. Leidner's a little bigger, a little stronger, a little more physical runner. but the offense doesn't change, and I don't think the differences between the two are drastic.
Our work here is done. The show is Judd and Dubay. You can hear it 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. weekdays, 1500 ESPN. Right after the Vikings game, you can hear us on Event Line. 651-646-8255 is the number to call in. And we are talking as soon as the game ends. You can check us out on Event Line, and you can weigh in. Your calls are the most important part of that show. That's it for us. Judd and Jeff, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.